one too, Dan?
Go ahead. They got all the Bobby and fucking Izzy have all their homies fighting on the card.
Their sparring partners are in here, which is I like to see that. The next fight's Jacob Malkoun versus AJ Dobson. Jacob Malkoun 1-1 inside the UFC, only a 5-1 record, losing brutally in his debut without landing a punch on Phil Hawes, then bounced back in a big way against Abdul Razak Al-Hassan, where he ended the fight with over 11 minutes of control time. One of the biggest claims to fame, though, is that he's sparring partners with Bobby Knuckles himself. Definitely more of a boxer, but really showed off his ground game in his last fight, which is
I think his ground game's maybe the best part of his game.
Yeah, it's looking very well. And he's definitely more well-rounded fighter than I originally thought when he had that first fight. I was like, oh, okay, he's kind of like a one-sided guy, whatever. You can't really stop the takedowns, but he really showed that he is a well-rounded guy. Taking on AJ Dobson, coming off a Contender Series win, and just like an absolute dominant performance. Only 6-0 record, similar records, but he's finished 5 of those 6 with all 5 finishes ending in the first round. Malkoun, on the other hand, takes his time, more even-headed approach, probably a little better cardio. He's seen the third round more times than Dobson. I think I'm gonna go with Malkoun. He's just got the slight edge with that cardio. He can strike and grapple, and there's just a lot of question marks around AJ Dobson right now. So I think I'm gonna ride with the underdog, Jacob Malkoun, in this.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I think that he really showed out in his last fight. I mean, he lost to Phil Hawes in his UFC debut and lost in.
Yeah, that's a tough fight for most people. Phil Hawes in your debut.
Yeah. And then, he looked really good against Abdul Razak Al-Hassan. What did he get, like 8 takedowns or something? Yeah, 8 takedowns.
Unreal.
He just did his thing on the ground. I mean, he didn't land too many significant strikes, but like I said, I think he's definitely gonna look to grapple. And AJ Dobson doesn't have the most experience. He did show kind of everything in his fight against Hashem Arkaga. Forgot how to pronounce that, but he like got a knockdown, he got a takedown.
Yeah,
he kind of just did his thing. Looked good all around. Yeah, I think Jacob Malkoun's just gonna look to clinch up, get him on the ground. He did get 8 takedowns in his last fight, so I think he's really gonna lean towards his grappling ways. He's still young; he's only 26. Dobson's a little older, but yeah, I just feel more confident. I feel way more confident in Jacob Malkoun because I think Dobson's just gonna get taken down 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah, I think he's definitely more of the one-sided guy out of the two. But we'll see how he holds up. You never know. You could stop the takedowns and keep it on the feet and be a menace. So
that's why the odds are about even,
Yeah, it's very similar to that Jeremiah Wells Blood Diamond fight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A little bit more wrestling oriented, but like I think it's very similar. 100%. There's a lot of question marks with these guys that are coming into the UFC undefeated, but very green. Only 6 fights. Blood Diamond had 3 fights total. Like I think it's too sketchy to bet on.
Yeah, way too sketchy.
And what'd you say the odds were? I think Malkoun's
it's plus 100, minus 120, something like that.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so we're actually going to agree on this underdog, Jacob Malkoun, sparring partners with Bobby Knuckles himself. And